Hello and welcome back to episode 16 of my All the Mods 10 SSP playthrough. In this episode, we will expand our automation and automate the mystical agriculture Infusion Altar as discussed in the last episode. So there are a couple things that I want to make to automate our mystical agriculture Infusion Altar setup over there. The first thing that I want is an ME wireless connector, which is just an extended machine frame, a couple of dense smart cables, some wireless receivers, and some wireless boosters. So I went ahead and got up all the crafting ingredients there. And then the other thing that we're going to need to make this work is the ME wireless setup kit. Both these are from Extended AE, and this is just a wireless receiver, a singularity, a couple of iron, and a calculation processor. We'll craft that up as well. And if we go to Extended AE, we'll get the wireless connectors and the wireless setup kit. So for this, I really, again, don't want to run cabling all the way out there. So we're going to go ahead and get a wireless setup. If you read a little bit into this, this cannot go cross dimension. So this is only for overworld. So again, like it says, similar to the quantum link chamber, but limited distances and cannot cross dimensions. So essentially how this works, again, I like to think of it as just an extension of your AE network. It can be color coded, but so the power usage is dependent on the distance. So as you can see here, wireless connector costs more energy when they are farther apart. You can use some energy cards, which we will be making. I'll go ahead and mark them down here. So again, just some dense energy cells and some advanced cards. Don't want to make them right now, not too worried about it because we're not actually going that far of distance. But I'm going to place the dense smart cable here with the wireless connector down here. And if we come over here to our farm, I went ahead and, or the altar, I went ahead and dug out a little bit of a space underneath. We're going to go ahead and place the other wireless connector just here. And with the setup kits, I believe it says it in here somewhere, but this is how you connect them. So you'll right click, either one works, but we'll go back home and go ahead and go down underneath here and right click this one. And so it's dark and gray, there's no color here. If we right click this, you can see it turned purple. It is now online. And you can see it should be listed. Yes, the wireless connector. It is passive draining using 304 AE a tick. So our network is now up to 1.05 thousand AE per tick, which again, it's basically using half of a generator here constantly. So which is why I did want to basically just upgrade our power a little bit. I knew we were going to be getting into some more power hungry stuff. But with that, we can, and I actually might need to break this. Yes, because I need the pattern provider sitting actually where that is sitting. So the pattern provider will be here, will be exporting into a chest here. But let me go ahead and break this. I'm hoping that I can just, no, okay, I do need to go back and get that set up. So I went ahead and moved the wireless connector down to here, and we are going to place the pattern provider here, and let me get a chest. I am actually, it doesn't necessarily need to be a diamond chest, but I would like a diamond chest in case we are having to, I don't know, craft a lot of different types of seeds. We'll go ahead and place the chest up here. And so as I said, the wiring for this is a little bit messy. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come on each side of the chest and go ahead and make a little like fork as such. And again, these are just with our pipes from the pipes mod. And then with the fourth and last one, we're just going to come over on each side and kind of go around like that. So 4 items we place into here, and then 4 items we place into here. We are going to need 4 separate advanced pipe filters, though. And let me see. We are going to need a pipe wrench as well, because we are going to need to switch these to output. So the essence will come out on one side into the pedestals, and then the actual ingredients or item itself will come out into the other side into the pedestals. And then we are going to want the prosperity seeds to just be on top of here. So go ahead and add that. So only the prosperity seed base can be exported into there. And we are going to whitelist that. We are going to, and I might be able to think of a better way instead of just adding all the items. But we are going to want to get this also. So we have the prosperities coming here, essence, items, and we're going to need this to come back down into the pattern provider itself. So we're going to need to disconnect and connect a couple of different options. So it should be pulling from the Infusion Altar all the way down into the provider itself. And the last thing we're going to need is a block of redstone. I'm just going to place this down here just so it has a constant source of redstone to have. So then we'll come up here and we will preemptively add some seeds to drag and drop. So essentially we can just go ahead and add all the seeds if we want. It's just going to take a little while, but I'm just going to go ahead and add all the seeds I have up here in my little like to-do list. So we have the dye, nature, nether. We're going to want the dirt. We're going to want the air, earth, water, and fire. And just make sure that this is set to whitelist. And then over here, we're going to add another filter and we're going to whitelist all of our essences. And so instead of whitelisting every other item on the other side, what I am actually going to do is I am going to blacklist on the other side the essences and the prosperity seeds. So only the prosperity seeds can go through here, only the essences can go through here, and then over here we're going to change this to blacklist, so not allow any of the essences nor the prosperity seeds, and that's going to be important as well. And so we got those, just 2 more. Add the supremium and then add the prosperity seed base. So anything coming into this chest, so any of the craftable seeds, the prosperity seed should go up into the middle. Any of the items will go into these pedestals, and any of the essences will go into these pedestals. Now all we need to do is teach our system how to make prosperity seeds and all of the essences. We are going to, so we actually don't need to teach it Inferium. We do need to teach it Prudentium, and just make sure that the master infusion crystal is listed in here. And then we're going to need the Tertium and the Imperium and the Supremium. And then what I will do is just teach our system 1 for now. We're going to teach it how to make the dirt seeds. And so we'll go ahead and put all of these crafting recipes up here. Now, again, the issue that I foresee is that we don't know how to make seeds nor prosperity shards yet. The prosperity shards, there is no seed for prosperity to my knowledge. Let me double check on that. Yeah, no, there is no seed for prosperity. However, there is a bee for prosperity, so we can make the prosper bee combs, and so that is just going to come from a crystalline bee with a prosperity block, and so we'll get into that hopefully soon. I have a couple of things I want to get into before productive bees, but that should be coming soon. But we'll come back over here to the pattern provider and place the dirt seeds in there. Now if we search up dirt, yes, we should see the dirt seeds, and let's go ahead and request 40. So as you can see, yep, all of the items are going into their respective slots. It is pulling out properly because we have the dirt seeds whitelisted in here. The reason why, and we could actually, now that I think about it, let me change, after this is done, I'm going to change this. We can blacklist this as well and blacklist the prosperity seeds, so we don't need to actually worry about adding any seeds into the filter. I think that would be a smarter idea. But just make sure, if you are setting up your system this way, do not come into this chest and shift or middle click to sort it, because what's going to happen, as you can see, is it's taking the dirt and the inferium from the first 2 slots. So let's say we are crafting multiple seeds. We do want it in a specific pattern. So the dirt, inferium, dirt, inferium, dirt, inferium. Now let's say we have another set of seeds with inferium. So obviously the inferium would go into this slot. The extra inferium would go into this slot. But the other item wouldn't come until back here. So definitely don't want to get this out of order in the way that it's currently in. And then again, if we're making, like, let's say these dirt seeds with the inferium and then a higher tier, so the nether seeds that require the prudentium, it would just come back over here. And so it would do these first and then these. So very important you don't mess with the chests. But so yeah, now we basically have seeds auto craftable, and we'll just place them in the pattern provider here. Now another issue I do foresee through this method is there are only 9 slots, so we might need to get into extended pattern providers soon. That quadruples the number of slots that you have available to you, but again, even with that, I do think that we're going to run into that issue of limited space. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there, but I will go ahead, I think at this point in time, and make the energy card just so we're not using as much power for our system. At least we can save a little bit. I think I am going to auto craft them though, so we'll be back when those are ready. Energy cards are made, and I already went ahead and put 4 at the one back at our base, but as you can see, the power usage is just under 150 AE per tick. If we put this in here, it drops it all the way down to just under 90. So we are saving virtually 60 AE per tick, so 120 AE per tick combined totally. And with that, our dirt seeds are done. So we are going to go ahead and set this farm up. We are basically going to do the exact same thing, though, that we did last time. And with the 40 dirt seeds, we are just going to place down the accelerators and chambers, place down the harvester with an all-the-modium hoe, and I'll be back when that is complete. So the dirt seeds are done now. We will again do the same exact thing, place and lock. I did make some diamond upgrades, so I am going to upgrade these with, or at least the inferium, with some diamond upgrades. I'll leave the rest for now. I do want to get them upgraded. Well, we don't really have the diamond storage for that, or the diamond capacity to make a ton of those for that right now. What I will probably do in between episodes, though, is try to exchange out as many of these copper upgrades as possible, just so we can hold more essence for, well, everything. But I especially want more dirt essence and more inferium essence. I do not want to be voiding those, because those will be helpful in the future. So I did go ahead and change the filter again to a blacklist, again, like I said, to a prosperity seed. So we just will not export the prosperity seed, but we will export everything else. I also went ahead and instead of expanding up, I just dug a little bit of a trench around here, and we are basically going to also be just make sure you're 2 blocks down and digging out underneath of here. So we'll be going expanding both up and down for this. And this is just because it is we're gonna need a lot of seeds, and it's a lot of layers too, which is why I like to make the mystical agriculture layers tileable instead of the expanding outwards. I like to go up and down. And with all of the dirt that we have collected, we will shift right click and use our exchanging gadget to replace this layer as we're digging out underneath full of dirt. And so now all we really need to do is find the middle, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this should be the middle, and go ahead and dig that block out. And now this is basically ready for another tile, another tier. So now that we have our Infusion Altar auto-crafted and we have expanded the farm, I have done a little bit of moderate expansion off camera. I've at least just set up a base tower in order to where the dirt's gonna go. I would like to place in one level with both of the items here, the resonance chamber and the growth accelerator, just so we can copy and paste all of them all the way up. But I do want to take a break from that right now. And what we are going to do is we are going to get Vibranium. So I've done a little bit of brainstorming and kind of decided what I want to do at this time instead of just expanding the farm, making seeds, etc., etc., etc. We will get the elemental and lower tier seeds eventually, sooner rather than later. But I do want to take a step back from that and start doing some other stuff. So the first thing I do want to get is the digital miner. This is going to really help us get prosperity, so we don't have to constantly go mining or go into the mining dimension or anything like that. We can automatically get the Prosperity Ore and process that. This is, however, going to require some Vibranium. It does look like they changed the recipe in one of the previous updates. So basically we have the resources for everything except for the Vibranium. So we're going to go ahead and head into the Nether and start collecting that. So as we make our way into the Nether and we are being shot at constantly, you will notice Vibranium is a lot, in my opinion, a lot easier to find than Allthemodium. Allthemodium is honestly the hardest, in my opinion, to find. Then it gets easier, in my opinion, as the tiers go up, which is pretty funny. But so Vibranium will just spawn randomly in the Nether. While we were exploring the Nether, we might have seen some Vibranium already, as we saw, like literally right by the portal there was some, but it just spawns kind of all over the Nether, in the walls, nowhere in particular, just as long as you're in the Nether it will spawn. The one thing though I do want to go and refine is that treasure bastion. I know it was somewhere around here. We are going to need that in order to fully utilize our Vibranium. So let me go flying around a little bit. Again, it wasn't too far from this. Oh, actually, I think I see it on the map. It was like, yeah, it's the south over here in this treasure bastion. So similarly to the Allthemodium upgrades and with their templates and everything, you will need to find some Vibranium upgrade templates. So those are specifically found in the treasure bastion. So previously you had the suspicious clay in the ancient cities for the smithing templates. Now you have suspicious soul sand for the Vibranium upgrade template. So we'll go ahead and take this brush, we'll brush this, get our Vibranium smithing template upgrade, and I think I see, yeah, another one over here. And this is what I was talking about when I think in one of the, oh shoot, okay, good lesson. I kind of forgot about that. But if it is floating in the air, since it is suspicious, it will fall and it will break. So let's go ahead and just place a block underneath of that one. That's unfortunate. We kind of more or less wasted a smithing template. But again, we can still duplicate these just like the last one, except these are going to require Allthemodium ingots instead of netherite ingots. We are going to need ancient stone. So we will need, and this is found in the other. So if you remember me talking about the teleportation pad, placing them in the different dimensions, the other is going to be found by placing a teleportation pad in the Nether. Ancient stone is not hard to find. As soon as you spawn into the other, there will be ancient stone. So we'll probably be making our way in there sooner rather than later, just so we can duplicate the templates here. But I'm going to take a look around. I think I only saw 3 off the bat of the suspicious soul sand. 2 is good enough for right now. I think, yeah, I already got that one. So yeah, I'm gonna probably just fly around in the Nether real quick, go and try to find some more raw Vibranium, because we can ore triple this, and I will be back whenever we find some. And look at that, not only like less than a minute of me flying around, I found 2 separate veins of Vibranium. So with this fortune, we should get a decent amount, hopefully, or at least enough to ore triple a good portion of them. And again, we just really need 2 right now. We could go ahead, honestly, and upgrade the pickaxe, since we do have 2 smithing templates, and we might actually get another smithing template from the quest reward here. I kind of forget. Yes, we do. So yeah, we can definitely go ahead and upgrade our Allthemodium pickaxe into a Vibranium pickaxe as well when we get back. But yeah, don't need too many upgrades. Not looking to get to Vibranium tier as of yet. We will definitely in the future. I think my plan is to upgrade just, again, straight to Vibranium from Refined Obsidian just once this armor starts to get lowered. And then at that time, I probably will get a better form of flight as well. And I think I cut like 5 seconds ago, and I spotted some more in the corner here. So again, really not that hard to find. It is quite literally everywhere in the Nether. You spend maybe like 10 minutes flying around, and again, you'll definitely find your fair share of vibranium. So honestly, I don't know why they make it so easy. I do feel like they should make either the vibranium a little bit harder or the allthemodium a little bit easier, because the tiers just don't make sense. I think honestly the biggest drawback with the Vibranium tier is going to be those smithing templates, to finding those, because again, you need to find a very specific bastion. Even if we had the structure compass at this point, or the explorer's compass, it doesn't, to my knowledge, it isn't going to find specifically a treasure bastion. It'll just find the nearest bastion. So in your playthrough, if you're not lucky and you don't find a treasure bastion right away, you might need to fly around a little bit and explore, hopefully get lucky and find one sooner rather than later. But yeah, I think that is the biggest hurdle with vibranium. So I did get a little bit impatient. We went ahead and stopped when I found basically just one more vein, but we are going to go ahead and ore triple this, just so we have, I guess I had some aluminum in there, and we did have one extra. We didn't have a divisible 3. I think we had like 55, something like that. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But we do have one extra raw vibranium. So what I do want to do is go ahead and make, again, the ore site for this with just the extra piece of raw ore that we have here. So I'll go ahead and, again, just like we did last time, we'll make the mundane potions with this and go ahead and blast this up. And with the potion now complete of Vibranium Sight, we will go ahead and make the Sight Charm. And so I actually am unsure. I might explore in the mining dimension. I actually don't know if Vibranium spawns in the mining dimension. I find it hard to believe that it doesn't. I've never personally gone there to mine for it, because by the time, again, with it being so common in the Nether, I typically just make the seeds for it before, really doing anything else. So it looks like, yep, we got some vibranium. Looks like that quest is completed, and yeah, we will actually go ahead and upgrade, it's over here, our pickaxe to vibranium tier. So the good thing about this now is this has fortune for efficiency. For the fortune, or the enchants, do carry over, which is good. So my refined obsidian sword, it has, let's see, 12 attack damage. I do want to check for the tools. The vibranium sword, that's actually 36 attack damage. So I think I am actually going to strip my sword of enchants 2 and use the other smithing template we have to upgrade our sword to vibranium tier with these enchants, since we do have, again, just making sure we keep at least one smithing template just so we can upgrade it in the future. So this has 4 enchants. We're going to need 4 books for this. Turn our magnet off and get the anvil, drop it down. And so we will go ahead and get the allthemodium sword as well. So first things first, upgrade your diamond sword to netherite. This will be a quest. Just make sure you put these back in your inventory. Don't drag and drop over here. So this is going to be another quest, and then we'll go ahead and upgrade this to vibranium. And with the saved experience we have, I'm going to get just 40 of them. We should be able to go ahead and put on, whoop, that might have been loud, I apologize. I should have turned my volume down. Most of my settings should be good, but that one I might not have changed. I did mute, so one of the things I did do is the muffling mod is in here. So if I search up anvil. Yes, you can muffle or unmuffle, so basically mute or unmute any sounds. So I've muted the use, place, and land for the anvil, but I might now muffle the destroy and break as well. So sorry if that was loud. I will check that post recording. Might try to lower that volume if possible. So now we do have our Vibranium sword, and we are pretty decked out right now. Look at us go. And don't forget to collect your quest rewards, especially for the All the Modium chapter, because you do get some pretty good rewards. Just got 2 extra Vibranium Ingots. We will collect the experience from, I found some Strider shoes while exploring for the Vibranium in the Nether. Go ahead and collect that quest reward, and go ahead and collect these as well. But so that should be about everything we need for the digital miner. We'll go ahead and make the robot. I do believe, again, the robot is a quest reward, so just make sure you put these things in your inventory. We don't need to make double of it. So again, taking my own advice, when I made the wireless terminal, remember that wireless terminal we just instantly turned into a crafting terminal? Yeah, forgot to put that in my inventory, so I can't actually claim these quest rewards. So I'll probably try to make another wireless terminal in the future. But so perfect. We now have a digital miner. Now, this is very, very, very power hungry. Let me see. We're going to need I am going to want an end gate. I would like the spirited tier, just so we have more power transfer. I believe, yeah, that's going to be another quest. So if you are not familiar with the digital miner, it is, well, as it says it is, a digital miner. And so you can come in here, you can put upgrades in it just like any other Mekanism machine. You can go into this config tab here, and you can set the radius. I believe it's up to 32. If I try 33, it just goes to 32. In the minimum Y level, let's just do bin Y level is 0, like should be negative 55. Yeah, so if we go negative 99, it's negative 64 is the absolute minimum, and I think the maximum, I actually don't know what the maximum is. I guess 319. I've never gone really above 0, or never really above whatever Y level I am currently at. So because I don't need it wasting energy. So the bigger radius and the bigger levels you set, the more energy it's going to consume. So we're just going to set this to like negative 54 or 53 even, because we don't want it reaching the bedrock levels. So like if you're going all the way down to negative 55, can't really go past bedrock, but it's going to take up more energy if you do. And then with the bedrock layers, negative 55 is like the lowest layer, but like, you know, there's bedrock scattered around in there. We kind of want it not to waste mining resources. So we might miss some, you know, that are in the area, but we're not going to miss as much, I don't believe, you know, in comparison to just saving the energy here. So we're going to put the max Y level at 47. You can also turn auto eject on and off. You can turn auto pull on and off, so you can make this somewhat automatable, and you can turn silk touch on or off. Now the silk touch again will increase, so the amount of FE. So right now only needs 449 FE per tick. If you turn it on, it turns it up to all the way to 5,000 FE per tick. So for now we are going to keep it off. And I just want to kind of see our power buffer, power storage. So we can also set up a new filter in this configuration tag. Usually what I like to do is just go to the new tag filter, and you'll do C:/ores/ and then whatever you want. So C:/ores prosperity. We'll go ahead and save that. And so that will go ahead and mine all valid prosperity ores. So regular prosperity, deep slate prosperity. If you place this in the nether, it'll mine the nether prosperity, and also in the end, it'll mine the end prosperity. You can also do that with I don't know, non-modded stuff. So C/ore/iron or C:/ore/iron. You can save that. It's going to mine all the variants of iron, and you can enable and disable the filters as needed. So with this currently, I want to go ahead and start. We are needing to mine 95, or it sees in the, so you can also stop it and reset it. But if you go back to the configurations, again, I reset the block radius to 10, so it found 95 in the block radius. I do want to turn Silk Touch on and see kind of what that does to our power usage. So yeah, it looks like it is going down, but it's not going down that drastically, which is good. So as you're seeing, you do get only 4 prosperity shards per ore mined. I honestly think that we can get more just solely on the fact that we have fortune. Now with this, there isn't really another method, honestly. 4 prosperity shards is good, because usually you'll only get 3 with a 50% chance. The best way to go about it is this way, which you get a 100% chance for 3, 50% chance for 1, and a 50% chance for 1. So you do technically have a chance to get 5, but with our fortune 4, I'm hoping that we get more than 4 per. We'll do a quick calculation run test once this is done. But so that's going to help our seed production and allow us to kind of automate the prosperity seeds for at least the time being. So after letting the digital miner run for a little bit, we got all of our prosperity ores here. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay them out because we are going to have to mine them, and we are going to utilize the building gadget here. Oh, I did not want to click that. I want to click surface. And so we're just going to go ahead and build up here just so we can, oh, it looks like we actually, yeah, we do need to change between the prosperity ores because we got both deep slate and the regular. So do some shapeless mining. And I think we had, oh, we definitely got more than 4 per, I'm pretty sure. So we had actually, shoot, I forgot to count. I'll count when I'm editing the video, but I'm pretty sure we got more. So I know we had a full stack, so that should be at least 4 there. I'm pretty sure we did not have another full stack. We had maybe 32, I want to say, total between the remaining deep slate and regular ores. I think we had about 32, maybe 19 and 17. 19 of one, 17 of the others, so maybe closer to a full stack, but this would be another full stack here. So getting 4 per, and then we got a little bit, about half a stack extra, a little bit more than that. So yeah, I do think the fortune is worth it. So whenever we need some more prosperity, I'll just go ahead and mine it with the digital miner, and then go ahead and mine it all up. But so I think that's about all that we had time for this episode. We did a lot of good things with automating the Infusion Altar, getting a digital miner, getting Vibranium gear, and the upgrade templates and the ingots and all that good stuff. So for the next episode, I think what I would like to do is get a little bit into Ender IO here, and also the extended pattern provider, just in preparation for the amount of seed recipes we're going to need. But hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you all in the next one.